Sunday, the 22nd. We hear a lot of forecast again, and I just want to put it in the right perspective. I want to come up with a story when I was still a doctor in medicine in Amsterdam. And there was a lady that had a skin disease, not serious a skin disease, and she came to us. And the professor said, in 6 weeks, it will all be gone. But after 2 weeks, she really didn't like it. So she went to another hospital. And they told her, well, you know, in 1.5 weeks, 2 weeks, it's going to be gone. But she didn't like it. She wanted to get rid of it. So she went to a third doctor, and he says, if you put tuna salad on your skin at that place, it will disappear. And then it disappeared, and she came back to us. But what happened over there is the time that was needed, that we told her, for the skin to recover was just finished. So it seemed that the tuna fish did something, but it didn't. Now, why do I bring this up? Because we hear all these pundits now talking about what the ECB does, or what the Fed does, and it worked before. I don't think it worked before. It was just time for the economy to get fixed again. And we think that they did something, but it has nothing to do with it. So I don't want you to rely on all these stories that say, oh, if we intervene in this situation, that situation, we buy bonds, whatever, we're going to fix the situation. It's not going to happen. The situation is going to be fixed when time is up. Now, the second thing that really worries me is, and that I have to tell you from my experience working on Wall Street. They're now coming out forecasts from the biggest firm on Wall Street that slash the GDP. Well, that's not surprising because I've been writing about it, that the GDP would go negative very fast because usually it comes from 5% when a recession or even worse, a depression starts. And now there was no ammunition. Also, interest rates were almost negative. You should know on Wall Street, if you want to say, being a serious firm, and you want to publish that you think that the GDP is going to collapse, you have to turn it around. So that's why you're here. It's going to collapse, but in the second part of the year, it's going to rebound. Now, they have no clue if it's going to rebound. It's just politics. And I think based on what I know, I should make it clear that these firms don't let you say the truth that the economy is going to drop dead unless you come with a positive note and you says, but in the second half of the year, things are going to be better again. So just a small note of what we hear around so we can put it in perspective. For the rest, we have to sit tight. I personally am getting totally exhausted because I'm trying to do the intradays and markets that go up 1,000, 1,500 points and then down 2,000 points. It takes a lot of work to get the cycles correct because until I calculate the cycle, the market turns around again. But so far we're doing okay. I hope everybody is safe. I get some questions about safety of banks. Now, I used to work for the big bank, the Dutch bank called the Rabobank International in New York for years. And they were a AAA bank. The Fed came in, check out. They were always the safest bank. I don't think they have that status anymore, but I still think they're one of the safest banks. For people who say, which bank can you trust? I really don't know, but I know that the Rabobank still should be a very conservative, very trustworthy bank. The office is in New York, so maybe you can call them up and ask them some questions. I will do some more research because it seems people are really wondering where to put their money, and at least need some research because, you know, as you know, it's not everybody's telling the truth. So there's going to be very difficult to come up with the facts. In the meantime, I hope everybody's still out of the stock market. It will give us a huge buying opportunity once this is over, but it's going to take a while. I personally think that the situation with the virus can take another year also. So let's try to be safe, and I will come with a new update if necessary.